Good evening to all of you.
I
Good evening. So last week we discussed deeply about electrolysis and good evening, and application of that actually. So that's also the same electrolysis process, but as there's a plating process in that process, we call it that electroplating, right? So electroplating and its applications we learned. Electroplating and its applications. Okay, so tell me one of the applications of this electroplating. Yes, for
plating copper
making, yes, plating jewelries. Neither. ආභරණ හදන්න and some vehicle
plating
parts.
gold
Yes, for making some vehicle parts. So to avoid the corrosion, so we are going to plate some metals on other plates. So for instance, so here you can see chrome plated bell, right? Actually, this is not uh, chrome. Chromium, this is not nickel, but this metal has been plated by using nickel. Okay, so industrially, so this is used in some advanced and different methods are followed. One of the best example for plating uh, chromium is done after plating nickel, and before plating nickel, copper is plated. Before plating copper, if that's a metal, so zinc is plated to avoid that corrosion. Because imagine this is your metal, right? So this is your metal surface. And over this, you are going to plate chromium, right? You're going to plate chromium. But if that is opened a little bit, what happens? The corrosion of this metal, imagine this is iron, Fe, iron. That corrosion of iron starts when this is opened from somewhere else. කොහේ තැනකින් open වුණොත් because of streak or aberration, sometimes this is exposed. This iron metal is exposed. Then at the end, what happens? This oxygen and water vapor in atmosphere starts to attack to iron, and rusting starts to take place there. Rusting occurs. Malakada kanda patanga. Therefore, to avoid that, industrially, zinc metal is plated over this iron. Yakada mata zinc ආලේප. This is highly followed in vehicle industry. රථවාහන හදද්දි zinc plate කරනවාමයි. So in that process, the whole chassis of the vehicle have to be zinc, not this zinc, right? So it has to be deep. Deep කරන්න zinc solution. We have to sink that. We have to deposit that chassis of the vehicle. ඕන හැම ලොකු වාහනයක ලොකු කා එකක් ලොකු සිංක් බාත් එක ගිල්ලෝලා සිංක් ආලේප කරනවා. In that case, that vehicle, imagine this is the vehicle, right? පොඩි vehicle එකක් කරන්නකො මේක, right? So this vehicle chassis. So we put that as the negative terminal. We keep that as the negative terminal, right? So this means this vehicle is cathode, right? Only the chassis. So, and here we put that zinc metal, and the solution is zinc chloride or zinc containing solution. So we have to completely dipped සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම ගිල්ලන්න වෙනවා. නැත්නම් කොටස විතරයි plate. Yes, after sink is plated, we can see a sink cord around the iron. If little bit is open, then පොඩ්ඩක් open වුණත් පුතා මේ sink ආලේප කරද්දී තියෙන වටිනාකම. The importance of applying sink over any metal. Actually, this commercial name for that is galvanizing. I mean, you have heard that, galvanizing. If the galvanizing is practiced, if a little bit is open, it doesn't matter. Iron metal is protected. මේ sink ගෑවිලා හරි තියෙනවා නම් යකඩ කොච්චර expose වුණත් මලකඩ කන්නේ නැහැ. පුදුම වැඩක් ඒක නේද? ඒක පුදුමයක් නෙමෙයි. That's not something to be surprised, because in grade 10, not now in grade 10, now in grade 11, you will be fully explained what happens here. යකඩ oxidize වෙලා oxygen water එක react කරලා rust හදන process එක නවත්තනවා sink. Instead of that, sink subject to that process, sink oxide එක හදලා එයා protect කරනවා. So that's the thing behind that. දැන් කෙනෙක් කියයිද මෙතන expose නේ, මෙයා oxygen උයි water මෙයා එක react කරන්න බැයිද? Yes, oxygen O2 and water. So both of them try to get electrons from this iron. බැරිලා හරි iron මෝඩ iron metal එකක් electron පිට කරලා Fe2 plus හදන්න හැදුවොත්, if you try to make that Fe2 plus iron, this zinc metal මේ වටේ තියෙන zinc නේ, එයා මේ ගිය electron දෙක current එකක් විදිහට එවනවා මෙයාට. ඔන්න මෝඩයා වගේ electron දෙකක් පිට කළා නේද? තියා ගන්නවා මේක කියලා මේ ferrous iron එකට electron ලබා දෙනවා. Finally, so it is saved. එයා Fe2 plus දන්නේ, එයාට දෙන්න වෙච්ච electron දෙක අර කොහේ හරි හිටපු zinc atom එකක් එයාට එවනවා. හරි? ඉතින් අපි තුන් මෙතන තිබ්බ zinc atom එක තමයි එයාට electrons එව්වේ. ඉතින් මේ zinc atom එක solution එකට යනවා, එයා Zn2 plus ion එක විදිහට ගැලවිලා යනවා. Because it lost its electrons. Zinc plate එක ටික ටික දිය වෙලා යනවා. But there's a day the completely zinc layer is ruined. දවසක zinc layer එක ඉවරෙච්ච ගමන් මොකද වෙන්නේ? යකඩ මලකඩ කන්න පටන් ගන්නවා. Right. So what you need, that electrolysis process over this zinc plate. එහෙම වෙන්න දෙන්නේ නෑ අපි. Over the zinc plate on iron. So here's the iron metal, and over the zinc plate zinc වත් ආරක්ෂා කරනවා. So here what we follow, the method, we apply a copper plating over that. You know the method of plating copper, right? So we have to use copper sulfate solution. You have to use a copper rod. You have to put this as the negative terminal, that means as the cathode. Then initially zinc plated. As a second step, copper is plated. As a third step, what is plated? Nickel is plated. Nickel is plated as a third step. And if you want that bright shining luster, දීප්තිමත් ලෝහයක් අවශ්‍ය නම්, මතු පිටක් අවශ්‍ය නම්, so you plate chromium. Right? New vehicle parts, the shining surface of nickel. අපි කියන nickel කියලා ඒවට. But that's not nickel. Final coat is chromium. Do you like to see the process of plating the bright surface, how to get like that? පොඩ බලමුද අපි ඒක?
Okay.
Right. I search for you actually. So you can see this surface. First we have to blush it. Blush කරන්න, right? So you have to blush it. මේ සාමාන්‍ය ගිනි ගලක් නෙමෙයි, vehicle polish කරන එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න. And this brasso-like substance can be used to get that shine further. The most important thing when you plate something, so this, what's this solution? And green color solution nigga pudala mataka tiyagan. This green color ions usually gives nickel. Nickel තමයි මේ කොළ පාටට දෙන්නේ ලස්සන solution එක. Copper blue color, nickel green color, right? So what's that plate other side? මොකද මේ අනිත් පැත්තේ තියෙන plate එක? So what's this black color clip, this alligator clip or crocodile clip here? So that's black means negative, right? So there that's negative. That means cathode. Here, yeah, I use a huge nickel plate here, right? So why do you shake here? If not that bubbles, can you see, somewhat plated, right? A slow current have to be used. We use that huge current that's plating evenly, not happening, right? So this is the way it is plated. Actually, this is not so shined. So we have to know how to get a brighter surface. So we have to follow somewhat advanced process for that. Industrially, they do that nicely. Okay, let's see. This is a quick process. It says letter, Russian letters, right? It says Russian language. What's that? Chrome, right? So they created that nickel solution and filtered it. Russians, so they are so clever people, right? What's that solution? Russia. Ammonium hydroxide. Yes, ammonium hydroxide is for maybe a little power supply and cables. Because we need direct current. Usually we use cells to get that. Most suitable current is around 4.7 volts. So the USB power is 5 volt. That's also good, right? Yes, 5-volt output. What's that?
Probably.
Maybe nickel, right? Yes, they are cleaning it. Maybe it is to be plated. Yes, plating starts. Yes, that has been plated, but not a proper shine, right? Now they are going to blush it. If you have initially blushed it, no need to blush after plating. What happens if it is hardly blushed? So total plated layer may be removed. Okay, this is properly done by Indians, Pakistanis, because they industrially deal in that process of electroplating. Right, take down today applications of electroplating. Electroplating is used to avoid metal corrosion. ලෝහ විකාදනය වළක්වන්න අපි ප්ලේටින් කරනවා. Yes, two types of corrosion. So that's anodic protection, anodic protection, anodic protection. The other one is cathodic, cathodic protection. This anodic protection is not the good. So we use nickel and chromium plating. Cathodic protection, and here we can use the copper as well. In cathodic protection, we plate zinc. So this is good one. Even a little bit open, that's cathodic protection by plating sink is good, long lasting. Right. Another one, if you use some low cost, that means some of metals that usually subjects to the process of corrosion, and you make necklace or whatever the product, whatever the jewelry, so you can plate that's valuable non-rusting metal on the surface of that low price metal, right? So that means it gives a shiny luster, it increases the brightness of the jewelry. To give a shining luster to jewelries. Jewelries වලට අපිට shining luster එකක් දෙන්න වැදගත් වෙනවා, right? Right. From there, we complete that lesson. And next, we have to study the density, the new lesson. Next lesson, there's 11th lesson, density. Okay, I'll create a separate file for this density, right? So I stop recording and start again, right?